Championship weekend is here. My season has long been over. I've been in Cancun. I welcome Chase and Ford to join me and Sam. But championship weekend's here. I can't believe that we're already here, fellas. Honestly, this league is a pleasure. I think this is our fifth or sixth year. It's great to have everyone active, everyone back, Gillen back, making a statement in his first season returning after his first year exit because he didn't want to do multiple leagues. I'll recap the games. I'll let the recently eliminated say their piece, and I'll give a championship preview. First, let's hear from Chase. Chase, after ending my season, loses to Gilliam, 160 to 133. 133 is respectable. It wasn't enough to get it done, obviously. 160 is more than 130. But Chase, thoughts on the season, what went wrong this week? Love to hear from you.
Season recap for new Diggs, then Diggs died, and then team name changed to Tractor Cito. We were much better when our team name was New Diggs. I think Tractor Cito probably went like 1-6, and that one win was might have been the playoff win. But yeah, end of the season 5 or 6 games, L's, snuck in the playoffs. Think I've gotten top 4 the last 3 years, but I've never won the league. And I think Illuminati is a unit powerhouse team, and they're about to win it all. Good season.
Thank you, Chase. And yes, Tractor Cito, I think, actually went 2-6, and both those wins were against me in back-to-back weeks. He beat me the last week of the regular season, and then beat me again in the first round of the playoffs. But we're not here to talk about me. We're here to talk about Chase and Ford and how awesome Caleb and Chris are. Chase, 160 to 133. Purdy finally gets benched. Darnold has a decent week with 22. Brian Robinson Jr. just absolutely kills him, fumbling twice in the first half, then just in the doghouse for the rest of the game. Tyreek Hill disappointed. Mike Evans really disappointed. I thought he was going to go off for 40 against Dallas on Sunday Night Football, but only held to 11 points. Keenan Allen with 29. That was an awesome play by him. And then Khalil Shakir only with 4. Calvin Ridley on the bench with 16. Mark Andrews with 13 on the bench would have been the better play than over Calvin Ridley. But the Packers defense was good. Boswell was 7. So, he lost by 27 points. There wasn't really anything he could do, even if he played all the right people, I think. Actually, if he would have played Ramondre, I don't really feel like doing the math. And candidly, I did a little quick math, and it doesn't feel like it would be enough. So I don't think it would have been enough. It just was overpowered by Chris, who surprisingly started Jalen Hurts over Lamar. I did not think he was going to do that. Jalen went down with an injury early, and I think everyone was a little scared for Chris's season. But the newly acquired Jonathan Taylor with 40 points, his best game of the year by far, and James Cook. Chase's running backs combined for 22, and Chris's running backs combined for 46. So that'll do it. JSM was great again with 24. Jamar got a garbage time touchdown, 22. Kincaid with 5. A little disappointing. Zay Flowers with 15 was solid. Jordan Addison was good again with 14. Cardinals defense with -1. I know that was a very popular stash play by people, getting the Cardinals defense for the playoffs, but the Cardinals have just fallen off a cliff. 2 negative performances in the last 3 weeks. They're officially eliminated from playoff contention. I haven't looked yet, but I'm assuming Chris is not playing the Cardinals defense for this upcoming week, but we'll see, right? Tough one for Chase. His season ends. I think he knew that this wasn't a championship roster. If it would have been a couple years ago, it probably would have been with Derrick Henry, Tyreek Hill, Travis Kelce, and Mike Evans, and Keenan Allen. Wow, Chase had all the big names, and Calvin Ridley. And Chase had all the big names for people that were really, really good a few years ago. But he did send me home, so I'm not going to say too many mean things about him, but he does join me in Cancun. Chase, thanks for a great season. I don't think you have a championship yet, so maybe next year's the year. Okay, Ford, let's hear from you, and then I'll get into your matchup. We'll do a little talk on it, and then I'll get into the predictions for Caleb versus Chris. Ford, season's over. The dumpster fire has been extinguished. What do you have to say?
Hello, League. Levin asked me to record this He didn't ask. He suggested I record one. I said I already planned on it because I need to talk about the dumpster fire and our plans as an organization moving forward after another disappointing year. As you know, the dumpster fire, well known for our up and down seasons, but I've been to the playoffs 5 out of 6 years. Haven't been back to the championship since year one. I'm a choker. My team chokes. But I was starting 2 rookie wide receivers. One of them I got off waivers a day before I started him, and one that was the 5th wide receiver I drafted. Godwin, Waddle, Ayuk, Pickens. I was starting 2 waiver running backs. I didn't deserve to be in the final. It would have been ugly. It would have been a Josh Allen merchant year. My team just didn't have it. I scrounged up waiver wire guys and stayed alive as long as I could while Josh Allen scored 40 points a game. This is not a roster that can compete with the big dogs like Chris and Caleb. Chris, I'm finally ready to say you're not a fraud. I do hope you lose, but you came back to this league with a chip on your shoulder, and you've played up to that. So well done. Moving forward into next year, I'm very happy that we're not doing any keepers because I might convince myself to keep the Atlanta defense. They were the only ones that did anything good for me. Or I might keep Keami Fairbairn because the rest of this team just no. Josh Allen is good, but not from where I drafted him. I'm sad that the season is coming to an end, but I'm looking forward to next year. Please keep the group chat going. I'm always on my phone, so I always like seeing the texts. Caleb, good luck. I hope you beat Chris so I can say I lost to the champion. The dumpster fire will return, and we will be looking for that first championship, and I look forward to SJ doing his punishment. Hopefully I can be there and watch and tailgate it. Goodbye, everyone. I hope I win third.
Love those words from Ford. Dumpster fire's out. I'm also down to go watch Steele shoot those threes in person. So Steele, let us know when you're planning on doing it. We can make a little trip out of it. Bad thing for Ford is he makes TikToks for his other league, and he was 11-3 in that league, and he lost this weekend too. So very rough weekend for Ford. Just a choke in both leagues. 138, you'd think that'd be enough to get it done, but some of these teams are just playing on fire as of late. 174 to 138. Caleb's just been a machine as of late, and that's with Cooper Kupp only getting 5 points. Jaden Daniels with 34, Jahmyr Gibbs with 25, 8 came with a garbage time touchdown, 31. Cortland Sutton with 10, a little disappointing. Cooper Kupp very disappointing with 5. Jonnu was good. Kenneth Walker, who did get hurt, with 13. Scary Terry with 17. The Bengals Evans with 17. Tyler Bass with 8. So Caleb gets it done. He's firing all cylinders right now. He's a buzzsaw. Ford, the Josh Allen merchant, is let down by Josh Allen. 11 points against my beloved Patriots. Has a hand injury. Hopefully he plays next week because I have him in another league. Breece Hall with 14 was about his projection, and Joe Mixon disappointed, but he hasn't been very good the past couple weeks, and the Chiefs' run defense is very good. Ladd McConkey was good with 14. Jalen McMillan, you're welcome for it, with 16, who did outscore Hollywood Brown. So you're welcome. Didn't matter, but 10 points better, 7 points better. Njoku with 14, Iguodala with 8, Tyron Tracy with 16. His leading scorer was the Falcons defense with 26. You're getting 26 out of our defense, you're still not winning. That's tough. That's a tough pill to swallow. But Caleb's team was just much better on paper, and frankly, I think he deserved a shot at the championship this year with the way his guys have been playing. But Ford, I appreciate you and your antics and your banter. The dumpster fire being fully put out is a bummer for dumpster fire owners and dumpster fire stockholders, but thank you for your contributions to the league. Let's get into a little matchup preview. Championship weekend. And the third place game, Chase and Ford, just so you remember, you guys are playing for something this week, so it gives you something to watch. I think you get like half your buy-in back for whoever wins this game. So you're welcome as the commissioner for putting that in place. All right, Chris and Caleb. Caleb's a 5-point favorite. These teams have played previously. They played twice. Gil won in week 3, 163 to 112, and then Gil won again in week 11, 133 to 117. So, these are the two best teams. They're both projected for over 150. Caleb's projected for 157, which is crazy. 157 to 152. That is just so many points. Jaden Daniels, Jahmyr Gibbs, A-Kane, Sutton, Kupp, Jonnu, Kenneth Walker. I don't know if he's going to play. Scary Terry. Bucks defense is interesting going up against Carolina because the Bucks defense is atrocious, and Carolina's actually been looking pretty good. I don't know if he has a waiver claim in, but that honestly would not surprise me. Gil, Lamar over Jalen. That makes sense with Jalen's injury. James Cook, Jonathan Taylor against the Giants. That makes sense why I traded for him. Jamar Chase, JSN, Kincaid right now over Cade Otton, who I'm assuming he thinks is not going to play. Jordan Addison, Dolphins defense against Cleveland. He stashed him early. That was smart. Zay Flowers, who obviously he's hoping he plays tomorrow. This is questionable. He'll probably give it a go. These are the two best teams. They both deserve to be here, for sure. Caleb's team's been playing super well. Chris's team has been very solid all year long. I think Jamar and Lamar are the two best players that are playing in this matchup, and that's very scary for Caleb. But I think Caleb's team is better, has more depth, assuming Kenneth Walker plays. I don't know if he's going to play. That's the thing. Yeah, I don't know. And they play Thursday and he didn't practice Monday. So that's very concerning for Caleb. That might cost him a championship if Kenneth doesn't play. So I think Caleb's going to win. I think he definitely wins if Kenneth plays. I don't know if he's going to win if he doesn't, but he's put in his time. He's paid his dues. I think it's Caleb time. And that's what I'm going to go with. But both these teams are really good and they deserve to be here. So I'm going with Caleb, going with my guy who's been there for me since the Stonehill Middle School basketball days. Always ready to shoot a video when needed. And that's where I'll leave it. Other than that, thank you all for watching these. Thank you all for being active. Thank you all for keeping the league awesome. I hope you guys all have a good Christmas. Happy holidays. Hope you're all staying safe. Give your family a hug. Have a beer for me. Yeah, that's all I got. Thanks, everyone.